Good evening and welcome to Tactical Devils with Jarvis Cocker. Yes, I'm glad to see people in the house. Lillis, big up my good friend. You say hi, Jarvis Tacticals. Yeah, it's good to have you here. Lillis United. I was just bored, so I was thinking let's do a late night stream and just talk a little bit about what happened now in the last couple of days and the loss against Nottingham Forest and the win against Viktoria Plzen. I read an interesting article on in the Athletic, and it was about learning from your mistakes. And how I see it now in this minute, I think we are actually progressing and we are learning by our mistakes. So it will be interesting to see. What we saw was a howler from Onana and against Nottingham Forest. It was dreadful defensive play. But what I see when I see this team playing is actually we are trying the right things. We are trying to do the right things. We can pull out all our hair and be bold as Ten Hag. But the thing is, we need to do this. We need to practice. And this is what I like with Amorim. It's his consistency in trying to make these players do it his way. And now we saw, let's just go through it and go to the goal we talk about. I have the footage here, and we can just talk a little bit about it. I showed you guys this yesterday on the breakdown, but let's just have a look. So here you see again, it's about the throw in from Malacia. Big mistake again, but I think it's an instruction from Amorim. You see Amorim is on the sidelines, right beside Malacia. Amorim is standing here and watching. I don't think Malacia would have taken that throw in that way if it wasn't planned. So this is the plan of Amorim. He wants to keep possession, and we know why. Let's have a quick look on the tactical board. The thing is, when it goes like this, we want, as I have said 100 times, it's about creating space in behind. So Amorim's tactical plan when it comes to this is to keep the ball deep. Let's say here you see the position, Malacia throw in to Martinez. Suddenly all the Viktoria Plzen players are attacking. They are pressing. They want the ball. And this is what Amorim wants, because he wants to create space in behind. So this is the game plan. Let's go back to the picture and have a look. Oh, I see people in the house here. I just want to say hi to you guys before we move on in this analyst tactical session. We have Lillis here. We have Bourbanator coming in. Hello, buddy. Big up, Burba. So glad to see you in the house. You are a legend. You are a legend supporting me in this beginning moments of my own channel. We have Riot We coming in. All the good men from the Flying Pig channel are coming in and supporting me. Thank you. On the new channel, yes. Gaming Simp comments with a double like. Thank you. And it says, I hope you're well, Jarvis. Yes, I am well. I am well, up and running, and actually life is good. But I'm always about talking football, analyzing football, and this is what we are trying to do. So thank you, Gaming Simp. And Lillis comes in with a comment. They say, if United wants to progress, Onana needs to be dropped. You never will go forward with him. You always wants to do mistake. And yeah, you might scapegoat Onana. Yeah, the goal was on him 100%. But what I'm going to talk to you about is the need to make mistakes for us to learn and to improve. And we just have to bear with it. It will be a lot of mistakes now in the beginning under Amorim, because he's trying to force his style of football. So I'm just trying to have a sensible approach on it. And if you don't agree or whatever you have, comments, get them in and I will read them out. let's go back to this. The throwing goes, and you see here. Let's go to the next picture. As we know, Martinez receives the ball. In this instance, the thing is, he can pass the ball directly, and you see the other players are coming into position. But we have some players here, and that's the midfielders. In this instance, I would like them to be more aware of what's going on behind them. They have focused on one thing, and they have their eyes on the ball. They are not scouting. They're not watching. Same with Malaysia. So in a way, it's not on the defense because the pressure was applied. It shouldn't be a problem because in this area, we are overloading. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 guys against 2. And in modern football, it shouldn't be any problem beating that press. It should be an easy task, as I see it. The ball goes back to Onana. You see him here with only 2 players pressing. In this picture, you see Casemiro is pointing his arm towards Masraoui. He wants Onana to play the ball, or maybe he shouts to play it long. I don't know, but I would suspect oops, what I'm doing now. Okay, let's just remove this. I have too many things going on my screen. Maybe he wants Onana to play the ball long, but that's not Amorim's style. Or he wants Onana to play the ball directly to Masraoui. But what I would really like to do in this situation is to play the ball up to the Ligt while Masraoui has taken a little bit deeper position. Play the ball out to Masraoui with Masraoui facing the opposition goal so he can drive with the ball in all this space. That will be the perfect solution. And actually, I think this is what we are trying to do. Because if we are going to be a little bit more defensively and afraid to lose the ball, the most sensible thing to do in a situation like this is for Martinez to drop down here and Masraoui to drop down here to be available for Onana to make a simple pass right or left. But we are not. We are trying to play, I would say, a little bit risk because we have to take risk for us to get a reward. And the dreadful thing happens. Onana dilly-dallies too long on the ball, makes a mistake. And if you go back a little bit, I want you to take notice of this guy. He sees the situation and knows they can actually do this. Casemiro, he's not aware. He's just pointing. He trusts Onana 100% to do the right thing in this position. And you see here Malaysia standing in the same place as he took the throw-in, and Bruno just jogging around. So I'm not quite sure what we could have expected from the midfielders, but at least I would like Casemiro to stay in connection with this guy just to be safe, because he is the DM. Yeah, so let's go through it. Next picture, you see Onana here playing a horrible pass. I think the positioning of the Ligt maybe should have been a little bit. He should have opened his body a little bit more and make himself more available, because of this guy. He's making a fantastic press, but it's not that easy for Onana because it takes too long. But that's small details that will improve in time. We lose the ball and they score, and you see here Casemiro is coming way too late in the situation. If we have just reacted maybe half of a second before, he would be in place. But yeah, that's details. I don't know, guys. What do you think about this? Is this a play that you actually think we can learn from? Is this the way you want to see us play forward, or is this a time where we should actually just hoof it up and go for the duel in the midfield, because that's what we have been doing. We are not trying to play as a technical team. If you look at Arsenal, look at Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, all of them are taking risk when they play out from the back, and especially if you only up against two in an overload of four people against two. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Let's go to the chat a little bit before we go to the next segment. Let's see here. Lilis comes in and say, Jarvis, I will not have Onana in my hood team. Sorry, I isn't United level. We need better goalkeepers. You forget, he cost us so many games, and we finished bottom in the group of the Champions League. Yeah, I think you're right, buddy. I think you're right. That's one of the biggest problems I see with Onana. He has a mistake in him, but he's also very good with the ball in his feet, and it takes a lot of risk. So you will have mistakes from goalkeepers taking risk. He could be replaced, and there are other options. By the way, Lilis, who would you prefer as goalkeeper at our team? Riot comes in and say Manchester City midfield don't have the legs and added leadership when they got Rodri playing. Yeah, Rodri is not playing. He's long-term injured. He won't play rest of the season. So I don't know. Yeah, Lilis comes in again and say Onana will do another error versus City. So wait, and we will see. Yeah. I don't know. We will talk about the City game. I will make a preview, but maybe we can cover a little bit of it at the end of the show. I will do maybe 10-15 more minutes. It's just a quick Friday night show, and I hope, guys, you are great and having a good time and lots of plans for this weekend. Riot comes in, maybe or maybe not. Who knows about it until the weekend? So we are talking about the Manchester City game. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of this. Let's go to the tactical board and see other elements of what I think we can improve. When we talk about playing out from the back, Amorim's main goal is to get these two guys involved. They are, in a way, our quarterbacks, deep-lying playmakers, as I would like to call them. And against Viktoria Plzen, I think one of the biggest problems were we weren't able to utilize them in a good way. There weren't much space for them to play into. Viktoria Plzen, they formed a box with the strikers, two strikers and the two midfielders, and they had actually one free man roaming around to follow Casemiro, to follow Bruno, to take out whatever danger they could see. So what I would like from the deep lying playmakers is not to take the safe option always to Malacia, but actually try the direct ball up until our number 10s. So this pass. But what we saw was actually Xerxes dropping and Ahmad and Rashford actually playing too narrow. And they should have been available in this area here. I would say more to be available from our quarterbacks. I think that will progress our play much more. But I think they are still trying to learn the balance in between holding the ball and setting the trap to attract the opposition higher up the pitch, and when to go direct, and when Amorim wants this. And this is the timing element of the football that I think is difficult, and it needs to be learned and rehearsed a lot of the time before they understand to see the trigger points when to do this. So there will be a lot of oh, what did I do now? I removed everything. Oh shit. Well, I can't set up, so we have to stop the tactical board. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so that's my take. We need our playmakers to be more involved. I would like us to set up the play out from the back when we use our wing backs to play directly 45 degrees backwards into our two DMs. and then create overloads by them carrying the ball up until the midfield, and then we have good chances because we will be a lot of people running in the right direction with space in behind because we have played over the opposition's first line of press. Lilies comes in and say tactical board gone. Yes, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I did it. I pushed the wrong button, but yeah, I can find. I have tactical boards. I have so many saved. So let me just figure this out. Give me 2 seconds, guys, and I will find it because I have a collection of tactical boards. Yeah, we can use this one. It's an old one. It's the West Ham game, but we can just shift around and figure it out. So let's go to a back three, and it won't be the same players, but you get the gist. It's basically the same. So what I would like when we play out from the back, let's see, this is our United. We play in a 3-4-3. When we play out, there is one option. We can play out directly to the wing back, and the wing back will find the pass into the central area, but you have to find the right type, and then they can carry it, as I said, and then we will have a lot of runners pushing forward. So it's basically an easy setup. It shouldn't be that hard, and this is what we have seen repetitively from Amorim. He do this a lot of the time. So I'm actually excited by the way we look at the moment and the way we are playing. So I think it's good. I don't know, guys. Let's just go quick over to the Manchester City game. We are playing City. Our record away on Etihad, it's not the best. I think we have struggled a little bit. We are up against a Manchester City who have just won one game in the is it the last 10 games? Yeah. It's incredible, and they have or maybe 8, but it's a terrible record for Manchester City. And Guardiola, he actually looks stressed out of his head at the moment. So I think if there ever would be a chance for us to beat City, it should be now. They are at their weakest, but then again, it's a derby, as Andy Tate says sometimes. It's a derby, so. We have the chance. For me, I would love to set up a team that's actually solid, but I would like us to take chances because we saw against Viktoria Plzen when we played with 2 fullbacks as wingbacks, we don't get the creative outlet. What we saw in the second half, we moved Dallo onto the left side, so he is a right footer on the left side, so he cut inside all the time. And the same when we put Anthony on our left, he's a right footer, so he obviously did the same. So for me, I think that's an important element of how we set up the team, and I would like more of a winger to play wing back than a defender. So actually, I would love to start a player like Anthony. I know, guys, you will hate me for this, but I think Anthony had a really good cameo coming on in that second half. And as long as he don't take a shot, I'm okay with Anthony. He's good defensively. He's good winning the ball, and him and Ahmad had a great, I would say, great partnership. They know how to carry the ball, hold on to the ball into the right moment, and then release it. We saw a couple of times we created big chances because of this. So I'm happy with it, and let's just see what's going on. Let me give you my team. I would go with Onana. I would go with Masraoui. I would go with De Ligt and Martinez, the same as always in our defense. I would go with wingbacks. I would go with Anthony actually, and Dallo. I think that was our best lineup, even against Manchester City. And centrally, We have Ugarte and Mainu. I think those two are 100% in that team. In our number 10s, I will go with Bruno and Amad Diallo, and a striker, obviously Rasmus Rasmatas Højlund, who scored 2 goals. So that will be some of a good game. So guys, give me your team, give me your predictions. My team, my goal prediction for the Manchester City game would be, I think we will win it. I think we will win it 2-1. Yeah, that will be fantastic if we can do this. I think we can turn around everything and make it better. I see Lilis comes in and say same like you, Jarvis, but Unana. No, he would have Altay Bayindir in the goal, but he knows it's not happening. Yeah, I will be very surprised if Bayindir starts against Manchester City. I heard Andy Tate actually on Stretford Paddock talked a little bit about he wanted Unana benched, but I think I wouldn't do that, because I think then Amorim will send out a signal that we will punish guys who actually tries. And this is my team for the show. You know, you have to make mistakes for to be able to improve. It's just the way how life is. And we are starting to learn a new system. The new system is maybe not the most complicated system in the world, but even though it will take a little bit more time. So player like Onana, he needs to learn to trust his new center back, new players around, Masraoui, De Ligt. You know, they don't even speak the same language, although they probably speak English. But you know, it takes a little bit of time to get to know each other. And I'm not expecting instant success. I'm willing to write off this season, willing to give it more time. I don't even care if we come in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. You know, I just want to see us improve and actually mastering this system. Because this season, for me, it's kind of a gunner in a way. I would love us to win the Europa League, to get Champions League next season, but it's not the end all and be all. You know, I can happily go one season without Europe next season. It will give Amorim more time to get these players going and help them out. And we will have a lot of signings this. I think we will see a lot of signings. I think a lot of these players will be squeezed out. I think a player like Rashford, he's gone in my eyes. I think Luke Shaw, same. Casemiro will be gone. Eriksen is out of contract. Evans is out of contract. Maguire is out of contract. Lindelof is out of contract. So I think bare minimum we will sign 4 players this summer, and maybe up to 7. So there will be a lot of changes. So it will be interesting to see. I don't know, guys, if you saw that a new guy that came in. I have some footage here for him. I don't know if I can play this, but I will give it a go because I think he looked fantastic. It's a Paraguayan guy, and let's just have a look. Found this on Twitter, but I will play it without sound because of copyrights. So let me just turn off the sound there. So here you see him. Look at that shot. Intense, strong, slide tackles, and he has a lot of pace. Look at him go. And imagine this guy is 17 years of age. He looks like he's 40. His body is built. He's very tough in his tackles. He's very physical, strong. Knows how to head. Yeah, we need more physical players in this team. So 17 years of age. And he's not afraid going into the tackles. So, guys, are you excited? 17 years of age, guys from Paraguay comes in. I think he looks amazing. I think that's his really scoop. £4 million apparently we paid for him. 1 million in easy add-ons and 3.5 million in a little bit tougher add-ons. Probably 50 games and winning the Champions League and stuff like that. But I think if he goes that far, it will be definitely worth it. I saw actually Stu Wally popping on. He's in the green room, but I don't see his camera on. Stu, if you want to pop on, hop on.
I'm here, but I a little bit too worse for wear. So I I will, and it's late, and so I'll be camera free tonight, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. We are doing about 10 minutes more, 5 minutes, 10 minutes more. You know, I don't have much planned. I was just going to do a quick late night show for the audience. And when you came on, a lot of other people tuned in. We see Nash M87 coming in. He say he talked about this new Paraguayan young left back. He say, I saw that. How realistically do you think he gets first team action, or is this us looking at the long term? Yeah, it's a good question, Nash. Stu, did you see that little cameo I showed from Twitter about him?
I did. First and foremost, to the are we calling this the VAR room? Buddy,
no, I want to call it the tacticos.
The tacticos room.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of a confession to make. First and foremost, to you all. Me and Jarvis were due to be on at 9 o'clock tonight, but one part of the pair, 50% of the pair, is an absolute moron and an idiot, and that would be me that completely forgot I got our footy dinner tonight. So I'm here to formally apologise.
That's okay. That's okay.
On that, my schedule has been quite hectic recently, yeah. So yeah, Tactical Devils, we're absolutely delighted to have you with us. And Jarvis has been working on this for a long time. So I really, everybody in the chat and the Tacticos room, that's what we're going to call you. Please reach out to everybody that you know and support Jarvis, because I promise you now, guys, he spent a good few months finalizing the idea and getting the channel up and running. So yeah, and he's done a great job so far. So yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, no. So I did see. I've been relatively excited by this kid because I knew nothing about him.
Mm-hmm.
He came completely left field. But I think your assessment.
No one did.
Yeah.
You know, he was. Yeah.
And your assessment, Jarvis, is absolutely right. He's Rooney-esque in terms of his physique. So he's ahead of his time in terms of his physique, and I think the potential to bring him in ahead of probably Harry Amas is what they're looking at doing. I think it's a short to long term project. I don't think, or I would hope that they wouldn't be bringing this kid in to just play in the youth team, because he's playing men's football as it is, what we call men's football. He's strong. He looks aggressive. He looks very, very fast. Looks very good on his feet. Looks like he's not afraid, and has a brilliant attribute to put into a team of I don't know quite what to call wet blankets. Is the best way. I don't quite know what to call our team.
We need more fearless players, people with some attitude. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
They disappoint a lot, really. Then there's no attitude in there. There's no aggression in there. But we talk about it all the time. I mean, I was on a stream the other night, Jarvis, and they played Stu's bingo card. What's he going to say this time? He hates modern football, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? It's absolutely right. You can only say so much, can't you, Jarvis? You can only talk so much about how weak mentally we are. And I've got to that stage where we are repeating ourselves a lot of the time. We are looking at the same mistakes a lot of the time. And I'm still convinced this 3-4-3 is not our best balance. I think a 3-5-2 is a better balance for us with the players that we've got. And I don't know whether you've done the tactical side, Jarvis, and maybe it's something we can hem into maybe tomorrow night, because I'm actually at home tomorrow night alone.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So maybe we can hem in that tomorrow night and talk about what particular tactics we may employ against City on the weekend. But I started the year, for those of you who know me, I started the year advocating the 3-5-2, didn't I, Jarvis? And I've not.
You did. You talked about it, and we said no, it can't be done. We don't have wingbacks. We said we don't have wingbacks.
Yeah,
that was my main argument. So I just brushed it away.
But we don't know, do we? Really, we don't have the balance. We don't have the wingbacks, and I know he's doing his best to try and play this, but I think I'd love to know what you think our strongest 11 is, Jarvis. You know, if everyone was fit tomorrow, Amorim was going through his team for Sunday afternoon, what would you pick? Don't think about it. Straight 11.
I gave you 10 minutes ago, but I can repeat myself.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Martinez, De Ligt, and Masraoui. Those are the three I would put in the back. As our wing backs, as I see it at the moment, I think Dalot is our best left wing back, and I would say Anthony is the best right wing back at the moment, as I see it, because Anthony really impressed me that game against Viktoria. That cameo when he came on, that 40 minutes he played, I believe. I think how he linked up with Ahmad, how he understood how to keep the ball, wait to challenge the defender, make him stay on his toes. You know, he didn't give him a free roll, always like forcing himself, cutting in, and the overlap from Ahmad, or the other side around every time Anthony went in, Ahmad overlapped. So they had some intuitive thing, you know. Good footballers have it, you know.
I noticed that. I noticed that. I agree. I thought when he came on, I thought Ahmad looked a lot happier in his positional play, and I think Anthony was quite instrumental in moving us forward. I totally agree with you, Jarvis. Totally agree with you. Sorry,
the only thing, as long as Anthony don't take a shot, I will be fine with him in this team, because he's dreadful. He can't shoot. If it was Championship Manager 1 to 20, he would get 1 on shooting.
Both of those shots actually go out the stadium because they were terrible
over the stands.
I know they were terrible. So, who would you have as are you going 3-4-3?
Yeah, 3-4-3, and our midfield will be Ugarte, obviously, and Kobe Mainu. I don't think Kobe Mainu has impressed me so far in this Amorim system, but I know his abilities, and I think he just need to get used to he have a much more freer role when he plays with Ugarte, because he's been playing with Bruno, he's been playing with Casemiro, you know, and he takes too much defensive responsibility. I think we need to release him, release the shackles, and just let him run, because I think he's brilliant as a footballer. And up front, I would go with our strongest front three, and that's Højlund up top, and Ahmad in one of the 10s, and Bruno in the other. I think that's our strongest 11 at the moment. But in time, I would like us to be free from Bruno and get to play like Mason Mount starting as a regular.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of love in the chat for Anthony, isn't there? And I think you're right. I still prefer the 3-5-2, not because I was advocating at the beginning of the season. I just think we've got a better balance with a 3-5-2. But more importantly, and I will give Højlund a lot of credit. I thought he played a really good centre forwards game last night. Tried to bully the defenders, etc. But still like to play 2 up top. I'd still like to see us split the centre halves as much as we can. You know, I'm not talking about running in between them, but getting the split across the 18-yard box, so that either Mainu, Mount, or Bruno, as you say, can really penetrate that area. My issue is I've got a problem then fitting in the likes of Ahmad potentially Garnacho potentially, Rashford potentially. I was impressed with not everything that Xerxes did last night, but I was impressed with his feet. I thought his feet was super. I know he lost the ball. I'm not saying he had a great game. I'm just saying look at his performance with the ball at his feet. Judge him for that, because his close control is superb. He's got that vision in there. It's just Amorim's got to suck that out of him. So I would like to see Yoro at the middle in terms of Martinez and Delict. Now Martinez,
Okay, Euro.
yeah, is Martinez is he suspended? When did his yellow card? Oh no, he isn't.
No. He will play. He's available. It's available. Yeah.
Which means that I would like to see Mazzari left, and I would like to see Anthony as right wing back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that will happen. So it would be Mazzari and Ahmad for me. But my middle three consists of Agate, Bruno, and Mount. So I would like to see Mount and Bruno have a more, because when you play a 3-4-3, you've got Bruno's having to sit a bit deeper, haven't you, all the time? With a 3-5-2, you don't have to.
Okay.
You can allow Bruno and you can allow Mount off the leash a little bit. So I'd like to see those three players as the three. Højlund at the moment, and then here's my dilemma: is Højlund and another. Who would that be? I don't necessarily think Rashford, but I would like to see Xerxes up top with Højlund, but to play a different type of game that Højlund plays. So you could use Højlund to be the battering ram and Xerxes to be the more delicate of the two. And I think that offers us quite a nice balance. Nobody in the Tacticos room I don't think would probably agree with me on that one, and not many fans would, from what they've seen of Xerxes at the minute, and what they're seeing. Your assessment on Mainu is absolutely spot on, and which is why
thank you.
It's why he doesn't fit into my team at this point in time.
But you know how good he is. You see best from because I think he's overplayed a little bit, and it's always like this with young players. You take two steps forward and one step back, and you gotta take some time and one step back to gain momentum to take the next step.
Yeah, so that's why he doesn't quite make it for me. I think you're absolutely right. I think absolutely, I get it, Xerxes. People will raise eyebrows. And he's not done it, Jarvis, all season for us. Let's be honest. I do like a good coffee shop. We've got a brilliant coffee shop where I live, which I'll be going there in the morning. I've got to take my nephew to the Wolves game tomorrow.
Really?
My old nephew. So I'm really looking forward to that.
The Wolves game.
Yeah, he's a Wolves fan.
Okay, who are they up against?
Ipswich.
Actually, I loved watching McKenna's Ipswich. I think they play interesting football. I think he has a lot of good ideas and good play, young good players with a lot of passion. That's actually what I like.
No, I totally agree. But no, to be fair,
Nash tells you to scout the lap.
Yeah, well done. I'm looking forward to seeing him in particular, because he gave us a right problem, didn't he?
Maybe he's the striker we need besides Højlund.
I agree. So in answer to your question, Lynn, it's Xerxes it's an out the box thought there, but I don't think Rashford and Højlund complement each other. I'm not saying Xerxes and Højlund do, but I just think it would be a little bit. I think it gives us a better balance. He won't play that job, so it doesn't really matter what I think. He's more likely to play your team. 3-4-3, but that's what I would like to see.
As I said, the name of the show is you have to. The theme of the show is you have to make mistakes to improve, and this is what we talked about the last two games: errors from Onana, defensive mistakes, and now you saw the goal we conceded against Viktoria Plzen. Dreadful goal to concede, but what I said, I can give you a quick recap. from this. I don't
Yes,
know if you
please. Yeah.
saw the beginning. uh, I will share this. So let's go back. The throw in, in the first place from the guy who's been out for 17 years,
Malacia, isn't it?
Malasia.
Yeah, Malacia,
You
yeah.
know, and but the thing is, you see Amorim standing on the sideline just watching. You know, if
Yeah.
Malasia wasn't supposed to throw the ball backwards, he would have been in rage at that moment. But I think
Yeah.
this is what Amorim wants to do. He wants to attract press. He wants to set the trap and exploit the space that we get in behind when they press. This is
Yeah.
his way. So we want to play with risk, and this is Amorim. So the next thing you see here in this picture, Martinez is under pressure, yeah, but it's not a intense pressure. We are in numerical overload. We have three
Correct.
central
Yeah.
defenders and Onana, so we are 4 against 2. It's no problem if you can handle the ball. And the next picture you see, Onana gets the ball. We still 4 against 2.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy, this guy is smelling the opportunity and applies pressure as the third man because he sees what's going on. The only available man is in a way De Ligt, because what we want to do and what we see in us doing is playing this way and out to Masraoui. So
That's
that will
correct.
be that will be the Amorim way.
Yes.
As I said, maybe Masraoui should have been a little bit lower to receive the ball facing the opposite goal. That's
Yes.
just like nitpicking. But in a way, it's a mistake, but we are doing the right thing. You know, I can't say that this is horrible from Amorim. We just need to learn. We just need to make mistake. If we do this, repeat this, do it 10,000 times, it will be like clockwork every time. So we just need to go through the phase of making mistakes, because the players are not quite sure. They have to think for a tenth of a second extra every time this happens.
Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing about that, Jarvis, for me, and you're absolutely right. Amorim is requesting that Malacia throws back to Martinez, and Martinez makes the play to Onana, and then Onana, as you quite say, puts into De Ligt. The reason they're doing that kind of square is so that we can get it, like you say, we can get up the pitch quicker.
Yeah.
Now, you know as well as I do, you would look at Martinez. Just say we follow the Amorim path, the throw to Martinez. Martinez then, does he take the risk directly out to Mazzari? Now, your initial picture suggests that the ball is there, the ball is on, but does he do it? No. And the reason he doesn't do it is because his right foot, and he's not very good with his right foot. So it's an easier ball.
It's a good
Yeah.
good observation. Yeah.
So it's an easier ball into Onana. But once that ball goes to Martinez, Martinez turns, lobs it into Onana. Look at where they position themselves. The what do you call it? Look at the position of where they position themselves. They knew what was going to happen. They weren't bothered about Mazzari at all.
No.
They weren't interested in Mazzari at all. Now, you could argue, and it's a very, very difficult argument, that Casemiro wasn't on his, just wasn't looking or wasn't watching. But that's a very small argument, because when Martinez
he should have been a little bit more alert on that run.
When Martinez has the ball, you're still in an okay position, really. You still got good possession. It's the Pilsen players position themselves brilliantly to win that ball back. And as soon as any kind of mistake was made, because if you look at the position,
but this was vital, you know, the way their striker pressed, because he blocked the passing lane from Onana to Masraoui directly. So it was a fantastic press. Rashford should look at this and learn how to angle you run when you press.
100%.
Yeah.
But look at them. You know, their attacker's not interested in Martinez anymore. He's not bothered. Doesn't even look at him. Not interested. This is where the danger, you're right, is if Casemiro had been a little bit more alert, he may have been able to, should have been able to track the runner. But watch when the ball goes into De Ligt. Watch how quickly three of them almost surround him. They're all at him. All three of them are
Yeah,
at him.
they swarm him
Yeah,
right away.
Malacia,
All of them.
not interested. If you highlight
Yeah.
Malacia, he's not interested. But what can you see? What's really hard to fathom? Go back out. Look how far Martinez is away from even sensing the danger. And that's the problem we've got at the moment with our fullbacks.
So you actually saying that Martinez should have been more involved into this. He should have
So go back
tucked
to the
in.
very beginning again. Go back to the very beginning again. Okay, look where Martinez is there.
This is a throw in, and now Martinez receives the ball.
Look where Martinez is there. Martinez pushes that ball back. Why is he not jogging in towards just the 18-yard area? Just jog in there. Just be around there.
He's in line with the 18-yard box line. So that's his height of the pitch. Yeah.
Yeah, but look where he is now. And look where he is. Fast forward it to look where he is now. He's gone out. He's gone further out than he has actually. He's gone further away from.
I think if it was me, I think that I don't know how to remove this, but you know what to do. But I think he wants to. He's available, and when he receives the ball, he will receive the ball.
That is exactly the Amorim way.
And I think that's the Amorim way because how we set up the three centre back is not in a line. We set them up like this.
Yeah.
So the lift is always higher, and it makes it much more difficult for the opposition two strikers to figure out how to press us.
This is why I love talking to you about football, pal. Yeah, because you know exactly what he's trying to do. The ball into De Ligt. De Ligt has a quick flick, just an outside flick of the right foot, and Martinez is exactly where your arrow is now.
Yeah,
it
could be like this. That's exactly one option. The other option is here. So
yeah. But I think Amorim's looking at playing in Martinez. But you're right. By the way, Martinez is, you're exactly right. But I wouldn't be there if I was Martinez. I would, and it's probably been told, by the way, from Amorim. Let's be clear about this. But I would have been where their number 11 is right now. And if you're there where their 11 is, they're not going to press an on as quickly and as high up as they could. And the reason being because Martinez will be there in a flash. That's the difference. So this is why I love talking to you about football, because we see the same thing but differently.
Well, I'm more of a Ten Hag type of guy. Stick to the plan. Stick to the.
I've always got a slightly
system. That's how I see it. I don't have a problem with people making mistakes, but you are more like sensible. You play the game so many years that
I'm more defensive.
Know how to adapt to the situation.
Yeah.
So that's it's a small difference between you and me when it comes
to
this.
That's why I think if Martinez was there, if I know you can't move him there, but if he was there where number 11 is, I don't think we concede.
No.
I don't know, and we'll never know, will we, pal?
No, we won't. We won't. But it's a very interesting debate. But what ended up when you see they score? Let's go back one. Is you see De Ligt suddenly realizing the situation and sprinting like a madman. That's one thing. But then you see here Casemiro not understanding the danger of the situation quick enough.
Correct.
So now he starts sprinting. But it's too late. So when you see the goal is scored, now you see Casemiro. You see he could actually run that distance pretty quick, but not quick enough. So if he had reacted just half of a second before, maybe he would have been in the right place to block that shot.
And where's Martinez now?
Martinez is on his way.
Too late.
Yeah.
He's miles off the ball.
But I would say, but this is the problem. You know, they react, and this is where I see the problem with trying to get a new system into place. Players need to think, and when you need to think, you use time, and time is on the essence when it comes to playing football, especially with a high risk. You need to just react. You need to be in your spine how you play football. You need to just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, this is you've been able to talk about it, Jarvis. How we see the game, you know, as I say, me and you see the game very, very similar. You know, our attributes are the same, but the actual way that two people can notice the same situation is fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
is.
fascinating. That's what I love about it. So if Martin, go back to where I said Martinez had been on the 18-yard box, we wouldn't be in this mess. But he
Yeah.
wasn't, because he was doing what you correctly identified he should be.
Amorim told him, he now you see him
Exactly right.
sprints fully.
It's too late. It's too
Now
late.
he understands the danger, but it's too late.
Yeah.
He can't
And
be
here's
everywhere.
the thing, 11, doesn't really get involved.
But it's a really really interesting situation. And we got this one from Nash. He says Nash M87. He say, if you remember Arteta's first season, it was similar. They forced to play out from the back and focused on building a style. Now they are destroying teams, growing pains, but worth it. And this is what I'm advocating here. This is the growing pain. We will see a lot of this in the remainder of this season. I'm 100% sure that we will see fouls we will see big errors from De Ligt, from Martinez, from Masraoui, from Onana, from Casemiro, Ugarte. It will take time. This is the thing.
I think you're right. I think you're right. I really do. And I think your analysis on that is 100%. And Naz is right as well. Arteta did that. Now, the not stubborn managers, but the managers that have belief, won't deviate from what they're trying to do, and they'll drill it into their players, drill it in. Football's all about mistakes, by the way, Jarvis. You don't take the football pitch and not make a mistake. It just doesn't happen. You make a mistake.
It's about eliminating the big howlers.
It's about eliminating
small
mistakes
and
learning from mistakes. That's how you become a better footballer. And I actually think you're right, old friend. I really, really do. I've enjoyed that. I'm probably going to have to get my head down now, mate. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. We are about to wrap it up. I'm just gonna shout out the guys in the chat.
Tacticos room.
Yeah, Tactical room. Tacticos. You say Verba comes in and say short-term pain for long-term gain.
Correct.
That's the only way. We have Sass coming in and say, big up Jarvis, big up Sass. I hope you have pushed the like button and subscribed to our new channel, The Tactical Devils. This is what we will create, the content. Me and Stu, sometimes Noradin, sometimes Mick will come in here. We will talk tactics. This will not be a toxic channel where we will talk about Sancho and Rashford and Greenwood and all of this. We will keep it clean, keep it based on football. So if this is what you like, subscribe and join us the next time we go live. That's just my and also I just want to shout out this guy Eduardo Almanza coming in. He say, big up Tactical Devils Army. Big up Eduardo. Nice to see you in the house. I've seen you before on Noradin's channel and other channels. So thank you for supporting our new project.
Yes.
and then Burba comes in again and say, really enjoying this channel, Jarvis. Yes, thank you again, Burba. Always, we go a long way back on the Flying Pig channel with Joe, Mr. Pig. So you guys are my crew, and as I said on my first show, I rely on you guys. You are my way out into the world. Stu's way out into the world to the bigger crowd. As long as we get your support, this will end well. So thank you, and remember to smash the like, subscribe, and all that jazz.
We'd love to know. Now we do Jarvis Corner, as you well know, on a Monday night. We have a Q&A, but the Q&A is a generic Q&A. So the Q&As on here, would love to know your tactical viewpoints. If you've got any questions that you'd like to know from us about tactics in football, anything of that nature, tactical wise, then we'd love to get involved. Talk to you about it.
100%. And Ahmad is free from Ten Haram. I love that name. It's so funny.
That's brilliant. That's a lovely comment as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But Ahmad, quick one, let's do it. What's your take on Ahmad's performance so far under Amorim? Have he surprised you, or was it as expected?
Yeah, do you know, Look, I was on a channel the other day and I said, can somebody tell me the Ahmad hype? What aren't I seeing?
Okay.
What am I not seeing from Ahmad? But let me, and I did it to be a little bit controversial because I do see an improvement in him. I do see a dynamism in him. And I do see a lot of still immaturity in him, but he's a young lad still. And I think we could have ended up winning that game 3-1 last night when he drove into the penalty area with about 5 minutes to go, and he decided not to pass across to Hoyland. I think he could have scored. I like his dynamism. I like his work rate. I think he's quite strong on the ball. He's just not quite at this point in time at the races when it comes to understanding how to use the ball better.
Okay.
Comes again with an issue with his right peg. Please work on that right peg, Ahmad. If you're tuning in tonight, Ahmad, which I hope you are, please work on that right peg, because I promise you now, if with his ability, his close control, to have a right foot as well would make him a hugely dangerous footballer.
Yeah.
So I do like him. He's just not making the right choices all the time, but he's young. You know, I'm expecting too much, I think.
I'm getting excited talking football and talking about tactics. I just want to show you this before we end the show.
Yeah.
So, where is it? Yeah, just gonna bring it up here. This was a great segment in the 75 minutes in the Plzen game. Anthony defensively, he won the ball by using his body, his shoulder to throw that Pilsen player off the ball, and he won the ball. But as soon as he won the ball, he started carrying it forward, and this is what I like. So I will run you through it. And he gave the ball to Ahmad, who dropped to receive it, and he kept his run going. He kept his run forward, and Ahmad, he knows that Ahmad is a ball carrier, but he kept the width. But it's not like Dallo would have done there in that situation. He would have gone to the sideline and sprinted towards the corner flag just to make himself available.
Yes,
keeping the width. But this is not Anthony's way. He's just keeping the right distance to Ahmad to be available, because he knows when you are dribbling, you look down, you don't look up, you don't look to the corner flag as Dallo would have been.
No, you don't. No,
you keep your head down, you keep your eyes on the ball, and sometimes you make a nod and look up.
That's correct.
So he knows he has contact with Ahmad. Anthony and Ahmad, I love the relationship they got. And you see here, he plays the ball to Anthony, who's available, and they still are in connection.
Look at Anthony's position there. Yeah, go back.
He plays the ball back again. Yeah,
go back one. Look at Look at Anthony's left foot. The way he's about to take that ball in his stride, or he's got a first-time pass.
Yeah,
Anthony doesn't show for the ball like that normally. Anthony's more side on rather than slightly square on, because he's slightly square on, it's allowed him to.
But they understand you.
Move it quickly. Yeah.
Ahmad keeps his run. Anthony sees that. He just plays the ball simply, 3-yard pass, no problem, and keep his run going.
It's a little stroke. It's a little stroke, Jarvis.
Yeah,
that's what we call it.
It is. Gives the ball, and now you see what you get with Anthony, because he's a left footer. He likes to tuck inwards inside. So he keeps his now he changes his direction this way.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah.
So it's simple football, but it's simple and effective.
Yeah.
And what they do, I don't know, you don't see it here, but he drags defenders with this move, and now you see him cutting in, and you have two guys, Mason Mount, and I think it's Dallo coming on the other side.
There, Jarvis, I would have loved to have seen Anthony hugging the touchline to the diagonal of Dallo.
Yeah, maybe
Sorry, yeah,
should have been here, but
should
this
have been.
wasn't the
That's
right.
exactly correct.
Yeah,
Where we
but
should have been.
I have another one, but that I took that was more of what I was talking about. But it was a great chance. Let's see if I have no. That was a goal. We go back.
That's the goal, that is. Yeah.
This is the one. Bruno drops down, receives the ball centrally,
Yeah.
gets the ball outside, carries the ball, and now we see playing Anthony. Bruno plays
That's
Anthony.
where he should be. That's
Yes.
exactly where he should be. Yeah. Now
Mm,
he's got two options there. I would have loved to have seen him drag it and head towards the byline.
mm,
Dallo coming in between the centre half and the left back,
mm.
and then you've got that thing you've got Anthony's got a decision then he's got to make, and I think 2-touch, 3-touch, bang, you're in. It would have been
But
but
here's
look,
Ahmad. This is Anthony. This is Bruno. So Bruno plays the ball out to
Ahmad
Anthony.
sprints.
Yeah, Ahmad sprints.
Ahmad should have been in
But this is
between.
what you get from Anthony. He takes the ball
Yeah.
inside, and this is what Anthony's Ahmad sees, and he gives the ball here to.
Yeah, they've ended up in the wrong position really there because, he should have just played it in between. He should have.
Yeah, but you see here, he receives the ball because the distance. They have the distance.
Exactly.
They understand.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
A lot of players in this position would have taken the ball with them and sprinted this way. It's not only the best option, but because that's like old school wing play. But this is progressive.
Yeah, I mean the fullback actually is in quite a good position with Anthony. He's got him pinned up against the touchline. He's showing him down the wing. Look at his position. He's crouched, which is perfect. So he's showing him down the wing. So he's not ideal though, because of the way that Anthony could come across and get round in that way. So he's almost got to do a 360 turn, the fullback. But ultimately, if Anthony's shaping to go down the wing, he's in a good position. But a quick 1-2, a little dink over or a little dink in, and then Ahmad's got a lot more space than where he is today.
But he plays the ball to Ahmad, and then you get the Ahmad Diallo magic, the nutmeg, and he comes inside.
Yeah, I mean he's a wonderful talent. He really is, and he will make better calls. I mean, somebody in the
we scored on this goal because of how he made the chance.
Yeah, I think it was
the rebound, and Ahmad Diallo comes out to and the rebound on the goalkeeper, and Højlund scored. So I would say the simplicity of the goal, Bruno just dropping down, receiving the ball, carrying to the midfield, playing Anthony just plays it into Ahmad, who's facing the goal, and he just carries the ball into the box, make a shot or a cross, and Højlund scores. This is what I would like to see.
Yeah, I mean Højlund's by the way,
easy goals from Højlund. This is goals. This is the goals I want to see from Højlund.
Yeah, it's just absolutely
scoring the open net.
The problem with Ahmad is that, again, just on the odd occasion, just on the tiny bit of occasion, he'll try it and he gets crowded out. So he's just got to use his. And I don't want to be critical of him, so I'm not going to be. All I'd say is, like everything else, he just needs to use his brain occasionally. But look, I thought that Højlund goal was brilliant. His second goal was absolutely phenomenal. But maybe we could talk about that, like you said, another time.
Yeah, we can. I know you got to hit the pillow, but
I just want to apologize.
The guys in the tacticos. We have a Bootinator coming on.
How many have we got watching us?
Well, not too many, but it's a late stream. We have 28 people tuning in as we speak on X and YouTube. But we are just in the beginning. Awesome. We have almost I think it's 80 subscribers now.
Let's see if we can get to 100 then by Jarvis Corner on Monday.
Yeah, that will be fantastic.
If we can get to 100 subscribers, well, by the time we do Jarvis Corner Monday night, we're going to co-stream, aren't we, on Tactical Devils?
We will. And I will try to readdress everybody over to this channel and smash the like. That will be
please.
And subscribe.
Yeah. Anything you'd like us to chat about, please put it in the comments or reach out to myself or Jarvis on Twitter. anything you want us to cover. But yeah, this is for the true football fan.
It
We'd
is.
love you to get involved with us.
I call it football nerds. The football nerds.
Football nerds
Yeah.
is good. I'm a football nerd. I don't care.
Me too. Me too. Bootinator is in the house, as I said. Big up, Bootinator, one of my original crew from Flying Pigs channel. I love the support from you guys, Burba, Bootinator. Who else do we have here? I said all of you guys.
Football sickos.
Yeah. It's so great to have you. I just want to say, who else did we have? You control the chat. I'm
sorry. I was just I like this. I call it football sickos. That's brilliant.
Football sickos. Yeah, big up, Nash.
Brilliant.
Big up. Yeah, so I don't have any more. I hope you guys will leave a comment in the non-live section afterwards. I will try to answer everyone, and that helps the algorithm. And I just like to chat with you guys and then get your opinion in. So it will be great, and we will be back. I don't know, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. I should be around tomorrow. Yeah.
But for me, we need to do it like a little bit earlier because I have a Christmas party tomorrow night.
Yeah. So Sunday, our match this week is Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
So I'm actually not going to see. I don't think I'll be back in time to watch the first half. I might catch just only the second half of the match. So perhaps we could do a short stream tomorrow night or something.
I will, after the game, go on and give my instant reaction tactically, as I did on the Viktoria Plzen game. I will tell you what I thought happened before I have really analyzed the game. So I might be wrong on that one, but I will try.
I'll try and join you if I can. I'll try and join your friend if I can.
Fantastic. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the like and share the stream and leave a comment after the stream ends. So it's been brilliant. Thank you, Stu, for coming on.
Oh, pleasure.
Thank you to all the tacticos. It's been a great show. 31 people watching at the moment. We are on let's see, we are on 14 likes. So smash the like if you haven't. Any final words, Stu?
No, I just as I said before, my apologies. I am a bit of a klutz on occasions, and I do forget things on occasions, and I forgot tonight. So I left my old buddy hanging out to dry, and that's unacceptable. So
no problem.
The Tactico's room. That is our name for you guys. The support you show in Jarvis, and the support you show myself as well is means a lot to us. So thank you.
Yeah.
And come on our journey. As I say, Jarvis spent a lot of time setting this up. So it'd be great to.
We'll see how it goes, but I hope, and I have a good feeling from this because it's so narrow. But I think we have reached out to the right people. The Bootinator comes in and say, Ahmad is the sort of player that will make other players better by taking players on. He creates space for others, as the latest goals show, and that's a brilliant analysis, Bootinator. And I think you are completely and 100% right in what you're saying, and I support that. Yeah.
Could you guys, all go on Twitter and retweet yes, please. If you could do that again will help get our subs up. And if we can announce on Jarvis Corner Monday night that we've got 100 subs on Tactical Devils, that would be amazing, wouldn't it, pal?
Yeah, it would be. We are on 76 likes at the subs at the moment. So
we would absolutely love that, guys. But
and if you don't have my X account, my Twitter account, I will put it in the live chat. You can just hit that link and go and share and like. That will be fantastic. So, guys, thank you, and hopefully we will see you on the next. Have a good one and a good night and a great weekend. Goodbye.
All the best, guys. Bye-bye.